Where is ESPN's College Gameday going in week number 9 of the 2023 college football season? And I got to tell you, it's pretty slim pickings, okay? This could absolutely be one of the weeks where they end up going to an FCS program, whatever that might be. The only ones that I see that they might want to take the traveling show to, Northern Colorado plays at Montana. It's not going to be a good game, but they might want to showcase Montana again, maybe. And then East Tennessee plays at Furman. Furman has been pretty good for multiple years now. A really good program, and it's not that far of a drive, right? It's a pretty easy trip for them. So you wouldn't have to spend a whole lot. You could showcase an FCS school, possibly, right? If you do decide to go to a big game, you got to have a lot of things go right in week number 8, okay? Florida, Georgia, that's an easy one. It's in Jacksonville. They haven't gone there in quite some time because, honestly, Florida has not been that good. But that would be a place to go. Georgia is still number 1 in the country. Both of those teams have a bye. Florida, of course, beat South Carolina. I think that's probably where they're going to end up because it's easy, right? Florida is 5-2 and looks pretty good. Like that's a possibility. And Georgia looks vulnerable enough to where that game might not be like a 30-point spread, right? I mean, Georgia had trouble with Vanderbilt last Saturday. So both of those coming off of a bye week, you already know what the records are going to be. You know it's going to be a big game. If you're wanting to showcase the SEC, since, of course, the Southeastern Conference is moving over to the Disney family of networks next year, that would be one that you could do. Oklahoma and Kansas. Now, Kansas has already gotten 2 losses. Maybe, I don't know who they play this week, but you would certainly need, things to go well for that one. Kansas plays, and I don't see it. Maybe they don't play. I guess that's a possibility. Either way. Oklahoma, you would need them to beat UCF. Kansas, you hadn't been there in a while, but it feels kind of weird going to Kansas after they just lost to Oklahoma State, and you don't know if the Kansas quarterback is going to play. Like, Jason Bean has been fantastic, but either way. And then, of course, the third option, if they don't go, I guess fourth option, if they don't go FCS, Florida, Georgia, Oklahoma, Kansas, Oregon at Utah. Tough place to play, but how good is this Utah team? And you would need Utah to win at USC this week for that one to make sense. So, of course, you've also got Oregon coming off of a loss against Washington just last week. If you can get them to turn around and kind of blow out Washington State, do big things again, maybe that one makes sense. If you get a 1-loss Utah and a 1-loss Oregon, that could be the biggest game of week number 8. But Halloween weekend, not looking like a massive weekend. There's no massive matchup, so it's not a super easy one to do. I would go the FCS route. I'd probably go over to Furman because they've had a good program for years and years now. Don't think that's one that's been showcased. So, but so I would do the FCS thing. I think they're probably going to go to Jacksonville. I think they're going to the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. I think that's what they're going to do.
Thanks for listening to Winning Cures Everything. Make sure and follow me on Twitter @GaryWCE. If you want to toss in a question, you can email me, Gary@winningcureseverything.com. Make sure and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.